Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today we're talking about an article from our friends Screen Rant. So today from Screen Rant, we're going to be talking about James Gunn. So James Gunn loves how varied DC movies are. Okay, so James Gunn, director of the upcoming Suicide Squad sequel and reboot, says he loves how the DC movies are and how they varied each entry from the franchise and how it all went together. Now, this was several hours ago, so here we go. Director James Gunn loves how varied the DC movies are. Launched from the earliest in 2013, the DC Extended Universe has faced some ups and downs and some challenges on its way to becoming Marvel's biggest competitor. Zack Snyder's Man of Steel kicked off the franchise, and the directors followed that up with Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice. 3 years later, the intention of beginning the story of the Justice League. Before that team-up, though, the DC Extended Universe released 2016 Suicide Squad and 2017's Wonder Woman, the later of which was DC's most critically well-received film at this point. Subsequent releases weren't as well-received, with Justice League earning from both critics and fans or becoming major disappointments from the studios. Aquaman was released over a year later in 2018 and grossed over $1 billion, the highest box office take for any DC Extended Universe film. Since then, the franchise has released films like Birds of Prey and Shazam, which only appear to be tangentially connected to the main arm of the DC Extended Universe. This all culminated in the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League after a years-long fan campaign that called for the director to make his original vision to be released. Okay, so related to this article is every Justice League hero confirmed to exist in the DC Extended Universe. But we're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. Okay, so Gunn, who will release the Suicide Squad next month, revealed to New York Times that he loves how varied all the DC Extended Universe films are, seeing this as how the franchise sets itself apart from the MCU. Gunn cites that directors like Peyton Reed, Jon Favreau, and Taika Waititi as being able to do things differently in the MCU. Still though, Gunn says that those films aren't as different as Suicide Squad and Shazam. Now, the directors, they revealed that he believed the folks over at DC and Warner Brothers are really interested in catering to filmmakers and their specific visions rather than tailoring their films to an overall aesthetic. Okay, so there's this note down below, which I'm going to skip. But then, while DC has faced its share of criticism, the MCU is no stranger to detractors. Many have criticized the franchise for what has been deemed the Marvel formula, a pattern that many of the franchise's films share, but there's clearly no DC formula, though each film has its own unique aesthetic and action. Marvel's making an effort to move away from this formula, as evidenced by shows like WandaVision, Loki, and films like Shang-Chi and Legend 10 Rings and Eternals. Okay, so looking to the future, it's clear that DC Extended Universe is invested in keeping the projects as varied as possible, while bringing them all together for a more cohesive franchise. Films like Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and Black Adam will seemingly connect to The Flash, which will likely serve as new foundation for the franchise once it establishes the multiverse. Aquaman 2 is also slated for release next year, and the Robert Pattinson Batman film that will take place outside of the main continuity of the DC Extended Universe. Now, luckily for Gunn, the franchise seems as varied as ever as it looks into the future. So, here are your release dates. Suicide Squad is August the 6th of this year. And then next year, you got Batman, March 4th, 2022. You got Super Pets, May 20th, 2022. Black Adam, July 29th, 2022. Flash, November 4th, 2022. Aquaman 2, December 16th, 2022. And also in 2023, you have Shazam! Fury of the Gods, June 2nd, 2023. So there you have it, folks. That is what's going on with the DC Extended Universe. If you guys like this content, make sure you hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you have a wonderful rest of your evening. I might be doing some videos maybe tomorrow or maybe next week. I don't know yet, but make sure you keep a lookout for the next upload. And again, you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye.